It's Week 18 of the National Football League, where we'll see this team's burner at wide receiver, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. Buckle up. There's football coming your way.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis joining you from the booth. And, Charles, we take a peek at this Vancouver team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from Albuquerque, they've come in on a nice run of recent.
It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we'll see this team's veteran running back. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. Hope y'all ready for this one. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side,
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
he's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Moore going in motion. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. A pickup of 14 on that one. And that will be a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here's a run going left. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Now, faking the give. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Third down and 9. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And now the punting unit will come up. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The home team's offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us. And we'll know the brackets and the seedings for the postseason end of the night. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him, there is a lot of space open underneath.
A pickup of 15 in the air. That's enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
On gain of 2, makes it 3rd down and 10.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's in for the touchdown.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
No problem there on the extra point. And his guys will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And he'll get about 3 yards of that back, setting up 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 1st and 10.
1st and 10
Now a give on the ground. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
17-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal. They'll throw out of the gun. That's into the hands of Moore. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. From out of the gun, he'll throw to the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and
under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So, time to think about 4th and goal coming up. 7-0 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So, on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. No issues there. This one is good. And his guys will extend to a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Pistol give to Pollard. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown. His 6th touchdown now for the season. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The extra point is up and through. And the visitors are on the board. It's 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground, and a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
The quarterback on the scramble.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, they'll send in the field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. The 1st-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a 1st down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Open man, left side. He's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll get this out wide. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll run here. It's Pollard. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge. Drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll run on 2nd down. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
His kick is good. And the visitors will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. On comes the punter now, and he is hoping to improve on his 1st attempt. A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here's the punter now, as he is on to kick it away. That is fielded at the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So now this team's offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw again. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll run again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season as we send you to Orlando. We'll check both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And an Albuquerque first down.
Back to the air one more time. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Automatic first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. This is caught down that right sideline. 16-yard pickup on that one. And that will be a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
This team's offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll go left side here and complete this one. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To the sideline. He's got more. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 3rd and 5.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive.
The first down pass. Complete to number 8. 10 yards.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
39-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That's fielded at about the 18. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 28-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's complete to Moore on the right side.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Moore going in motion. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off he goes.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That one on target to Moore. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Handoff here, up the middle, and a minimal gain there, down to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From out of the gun, he'll throw, and this throw batted away and incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in, you think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st, and he will fight his way to the end zone for the score. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The extra point is good. And his guys will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pollard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Pollard. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We're about ready now for the punt, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Not much to speak of on that one, maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This brought him out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll try the right side this time. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And there's defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
He'll try carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he'll have the first down. They'll get him up around the 37.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And he'll get about 5. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now a handoff to Pollard. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line, enough to get the first down and keep it going.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
They face 2nd down and 7. Tight end going in motion here. Running here, it's Pollard. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That is caught side of the end zone. Has a touchdown. And a special moment as the rookie catches his first NFL touchdown.
And the more they can develop this young tight end, Mike, it just gives this quarterback additional weapons, and it's just going to make this offense even more difficult to stop.
Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed.
Previous play is under review.
Tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
Makes the score our home team 20, visitors 17.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This will be taken in at the 2. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll let one go down the middle. And he will go all the way for the touchdown. Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. There's that man again, another catch. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. It's a pickup of 12. That's enough for a first down.
And an Albuquerque first down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Back to the air one more time. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be taken down. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Now, first and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just
Personal
3.
foul.
A field goal
Roughing a kicker.
here in the fourth quarter.
Defense.
A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They're able to finish the season in style as they get the victory here in the finale in Week 18. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.